The primary care doctors versus the fire department. Sounds like a good game show, but it does give us a great example on capacity utilisation choices and the implicit implications and trade-offs it brings. A government-funded primary care doctor's office and a city fire department. Both are essential public services trying to deliver maximum value for the budget they have. Their demand is not from paying customers, but it is finite, and just like all operations, there is plenty of variability of demand and capacity. Their demand cannot be moderated by higher prices, and their budgets constrain bringing in infinite extra capacity. Instead, both can only moderate demand by limiting the scope of what services they offer and to who. But still, the government has the same choice of designing the target capacity utilisation for each of them, optimising for different things, and accepting the operational trade-offs. The primary care doctor's office and the fire department take a very different stance on capacity utilisation due to very different operational objectives. The doctors in the public doctor's office are always busy, 100% utilised. Queues are massive, and people often wait weeks to get a check-up appointment and then hours more in the waiting room to actually be seen. But, like it or not, this is by design. The goal is maximum output from the resources, the doctors. They are 100% utilised, and so we get massive queues. On the Kingman law graph, we'd be way up in the top right. If these were paying customers, many would take their business elsewhere, but for a public doctor's practice, the customers do not have that luxury of choice. What we want from a fire department is a bit different. Here, instant response times is the most important thing. One fire department team might have the ability, the capacity to attend 10 incidents per day, and if the government were to only pay for one fire team in the city, a city that only has on average 10 incidents per day, all might seem perfect, but this would be an instant disaster. Variation and unpredictability of demand mean the incidents do not happen equally spaced throughout the day. The demand arrives with no warning, often in big surges. Now, the fire department could deliver their full capacity of 10 incidents per day, but only if there is a giant queue of jobs to buffer the massive variation. This would ensure none of their time is wasted waiting for the next job, hence 100% capacity utilisation, but with big queues. But burning houses do not like to sit in job queues. Capacity utilisation is certainly not what we want to be maximising with our fire service. We want ultra-short lead times and availability. By design, the fire team need to be idle for most of the time so that when an emergency call comes in, bam, they're ready. That means having a queue of 0 and a very, very low capacity utilisation, hopefully spending most of their time training, preparing equipment, etc. The public primary care doctor's office and the fire department are the two extremes. 100% capacity utilisation for max output but horrible queues, or very low capacity utilisation to ensure no queues and an instant response. Every other business and organisation needs to choose to be somewhere in the middle, and must remember to be aware of the consequences of trying to squeeze in just a little more.